This is tutorial number 55, and it covers how to do advanced multi-section solid bodies within Catia V5. To start off, open up tutorial part number 55, which is located on the DVD. Now, like the last few tutorials, we're going to be using the multi-section solid function. Now, with this part that I have right here, what we've done is, it's just like the last tutorial, pretty much the same part. I just cleaned it up a little bit. And what it is it's the 4 sections put together. Now for the advanced multi-section solids, what we're going to do is we're going to add a guide profile for all these to follow, because right now what they're following is just a straight line and they're all merging together. What we're going to do in this one is kind of add a bit of a curve and a bend going up and around. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and delete this, and we're going to unselect the aggregated, click OK. So now we're still left with these sketches here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sketch on this plane here and slowly build these all these sections together and give it a different kind of flow and a different curve. So let's click this plane here, click sketch, and what I want to do first is each of these points here, select it, press Control, and project them out. And let's make them a construction. And what we're going to do is from these points we're going to snap and bring all these together. So what we can do first is let's click the line tool and let's just put some lines in there and just connect these guys. And let's go back. And this is just a basic one that we're going to be able to put together nice and quick just to give you a feel. So let's click the multi-section. So up here you're going to have to choose these sections. So the same as we did before. So choose all these sections. And then down here you choose the guide. So we're going to choose this as our guideline. Click preview. And it's going to give you a preview. And this one's going to look just like the one that we already made. So no big difference. It's just shifted over a tiny bit. Now click OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change that sketch. So let's double click on this sketch here. And let's delete these lines. And we still have those points. So let's click the spline tool. And let's really kick these guys out and start moving them around. And let's go back, and now it's going to rebuild. Now in the rebuild you can see that it's really moved those guys around with the spline compared to those straight lines that we had, and they're going to follow that same path that we just made. Now I'm going to go back into this sketch, and what I'm going to tell you is that when you're doing these, especially with something like a square, you need to find like a common edge or common point that you're going to whip everything around with. So what I did here is I always use the right edge point on top. So using that, you're always using that edge to move it around. If I was to use, say, like the left edge point and move them around, it might be too dramatic of a curve and turn, so it might fold on itself and you might not, the part might not come together at all. If you did a circle, you'd probably choose the center point of each one and whip it around from the center points. So again, we're able to just, play around with this, just move these guys in a little bit, and we're going to have the same result. So it's going to adjust it accordingly to what the guide curve was there. So with all of these multi-section solids, I've showed you the basic one that we've created 2 reference planes, created 2 sketches, put them together. Then with the multiple one, we did 4 reference planes, 4 sketches, put them together. And now with this one, I've introduced the guideline curve for all of your profiles to follow along. So this is just kind of all of them building up together, and now you're able to create profiles, create a line, and loft everything together and put it together. And that concludes our tutorial on advanced multi-section solids within Catia V5.